Om Tat Sat. Good evening and namaste to all. Shall we start the story? Now we'll have series of stories from the animal world. Animals are part of creation, Prakriti. And the Hindu Dharma sees the animals also as manifestation of the Brahma, the eternal God. Our various forms of God have various animals and birds as their vehicles. Animals, there are so many texts which teach us our duty towards the animal world. Bhuta Yajna is one of the 5 expectations from a Hindu. The act of paying back the debt of this nature. Nature consisting of trees and plants and creepers, animals and birds, insects. So animals have always been part of our imagination, our social life. When a temple is consecrated, part of the prasad is fed to the birds through and thrown on the rooftops and fed to the birds. In our Pitru Karya, the rites we perform for our ancestors, part of that offering is thrown on the roofs for birds. Part is thrown into the rivers for fish and other water creatures. And part is given to the dog and to the cow. So these are all part of our life. Naturally, stories, and plenty of them, have animals and birds as the hero, as the central figure. The whole Panchatantra, most of it, is based on animal world. So from today onwards, let us recollect a few stories on the animal world. There were 2 eggs, huge eggs of the eagles. Nowadays we see eagles, vultures, their diminished versions we see now, as in all creatures. But probably thousands of years back, eagles had huge sizes. So these 2 eggs were huge. They started cracking up, and the chicks inside, chicks of eagles, they were preparing themselves to face the world, to see the sky. First, one of the eggs broke up, and the elder brother, Sampati, he came out. He stretched his feathers, and he was proud of his huge feather and the huge beak. The pride extended, transformed into vanity. He wanted to test and use these for his desire, for achieving his desire. In a few moments, the younger brother Jatayu, he also came out of the egg. The birds are called Dvija in our tradition. Dvija is twice born. Usually the Brahmins, they are also called Dvija, twice born. One from mother's womb, and this next birth is when they go in search of knowledge. Similarly, birds are also called Dvija. First birth is as egg, and the second birth is coming out of the egg into the real world. So these two birds are now into the world. Sampati commands as an elder brother to his younger brother, I am flying into the skies. So you see that fruit he mentioned was the sun. Let us go and pluck the fruit. Jatayu says, okay, we should assess our own capabilities. Do you demean our capabilities? Can you see this strength of feathers? Wings? No, not feathers, wings. I was not getting the proper word. Don't you see how strong we are? Our wings are. We can just fly to that fruit in a few seconds. And I am going there, and you have to come follow me. He commands. Jatayu again says, okay, we may have the strength and capacity, but this strength should be used for a proper purpose, for a good cause, not in unworthy experiments and entertainments. The elder brother is enraged. He says, yes, don't teach me now. You have to follow me. Come on. And as a younger brother, and we have a tradition of following the elders, so Salisha ji, namaskar to you. We have to follow the commands of elders, and with that tradition, Jatayu follows Sampati, his elder brother. Both take to the skies. The sun also becomes more and more intense as it rises up, and it starts burning. Jatayu says, advises elder brother, let us return, let us not take pride in unnecessary show of strength. Then, after a time, Sampati was irritated. He said, you go if you want to. I will pursue my effort. So as he has got a command from his elder brother, so Jatayu returns and sits on a hillock and relaxes. After a few minutes, there is a huge thumping sound of a wing falling on the ground. One of the wings of Sampati gets burnt and it gets detached. In a few moments, the other wing also gets burnt due to the heat of sun, and that also falls on the ground, creating a huge terrorizing sound. Then the body of Sampati also falls flat on the ground. Jatayu is very sad over the happenings. For a bird, the wings are the pride. Bird it's the beauty of the body of a bird. So without the wings, Sampati feels ashamed. He doesn't want to show his face to the world, so he hides himself in a cave and stays and lives there. He waits for some creatures to enter the cave, eats, devours them, and survives without the wings inside the cave. Here Jatayu also grows into a huge bird. One day after his lunch he was seated on a huge banyan tree when he heard the cries of a woman, a helpless woman, probably being carried away forcefully. Then he looks here and there, he sees an aeroplane, Vimana, and sees the woman crying for help. And he sees a demon, a huge personality in the Vimana, the plane, forcefully carrying away this woman. She was Sita, and this huge personality was Ravan. Jatayu, instantly, he had plenty of satshangs, his heart was very noble. Now, he never thinks about his own potentials, capacity. Can I fight against this man? Do I have the strength enough to fight against him? No, he doesn't think for even a second. He just stretches his wings on both sides and stops the plane. He says, you cannot move an inch, you cannot cross me without fighting with me. I'll stop you at all cost. Then a fight between Ravan and Jatayu ensues. In this fight, of course, it was an unequal fight. Ravan was a trained soldier. He had mighty arms, weapons, swords, and this Jatayu had only his wing and the beak. Yet he fought and fought and fought. Finally Ravan became impatient and he just plucked off one of the wings using his sword, mighty sword. Yet Jatayu continued with the fight with one of the wings and the beak, but not for a long moment. That also was cut off by Ravan, and he left Jatayu in pool of blood and he fled away, taking the flight, the Vimana, with Sita, whom he had forcefully abducted. Now Jatayu lay there. Then Sri Ram comes in search of Sita. Now he hears the whole story from Jatayu, and he places the body of Jatayu on his lap, and after death of Jatayu he performs rites for this Jatayu, a bird, just like a son would perform these rituals for his father, dead father. For a bird, with such a compassion, with such a love, he performed rituals for this bird, Jatayu. That is the strength and the life. Death, his elder brother also had both his wings cut off due to the intense heat of sun. His wings were also cut off. So death was in similar fashion. But death, we have all of us have to face death. But the way we lived, the purpose for which we lived, the cause for which we surrendered our capacities, our intellect and our capabilities, that is very crucial, very important. Sampati used his strength for just in vain entertainment, in unworthy entertainment, just to show off his strength. And here Jatayu used the same strength in fight against injustice. And he got the best of worlds with the touch of Sri Ram. Sampati also gains moksha once he contributes in Sri Rama Karya, in a good cause. The Vanara, Anjaneya and other Vanaras, under instructions from Sugriva, had gone to the direction of south in search of Sita. In front of them it was all ocean. They had come to the end of this land, and they didn't know what to do. They were all seated there, gloomily discussing. If they return empty-handed, they will be hanged, put into death by Sugriva. So they were all in gloom, but discussed their efforts, discussed the Ravana's abduction, Sita's abduction by Ravana. Then they mentioned Jatayu's name, the valorous fight he had with Ravana, against Ravana. Sampati was in a cave just nearby, and he was waiting for these huge bodied Vanaras to enter the cave so that he can eat, devour them. But when he heard the name of Jatayu, he hopped and came out and said, introduced himself, said, "What are you talking about? What did Jatayu do?" Then they recounted the whole happenings. He was very proud of his younger brother. And then he said, "This is the direction in which Ravana carried Sita. I saw it. He flew across the ocean in this direction. So if you go 100 units across the ocean, you will find his land, and there he has taken Sita." Once he contributed to Ramakarya, his wings grew once again, his majestic wings grew once again, and he took a majestic leap towards the sky, and he also attained moksha, the best of worlds. So our strength, our intellect, our capacity, our wealth, these are to be used for a good cause, for a wider cause, for a benevolent cause, nobler cause, not just for petty self-aggrandizement. This is the story of two brothers, vultures, eagles, Jatayu and Sampati. So let me conclude for the day and continue with this series of stories from Animal World. Om Tat Sat. Namaste to all.